Welcome. This is Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
Right here at a2dradio.com. We are live from the Kingsgate Realty Studios here in Burlington, New Jersey. And like every Wednesday night, we are brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, your certified public accountant, 215-369-3300 on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Brings in a lot we have to talk about tonight. Well, really a little bit. It's like the dog days of summer. We have a few things we'll go over. We'll get in the what are you most interested in right now moving forward? Sixers draft, Flyers playoff run, spring training for the Phillies. And you can vote right there on our Twitter page, A2DRadio_comments, where you can vote to that. And we'll turn it into a big conversation. We'll get deep into everything we're looking forward to, if there's anything we're looking forward to. And that'll take us into our main topic, which we're going to be talking about Ertz, Celek, signed to extensions. And it pretty much answer the question, is this the first clues as to what Doug Pederson's offense will look like? We'll get into that in just 1 second. But when you talk about what you're most interested in moving forward and you vote on our Twitter page, you'd also get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. And we'll turn into a lot of different things. You know, I don't know right offhand what I'm looking forward to. I got to really think about this for a second, but that'll take us into the Ertz Celek signing, and that is brought to you by Legends Tap. Best pizza this side of the Delaware, 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey, 609-386-3001. Follow them on Facebook at Legends Tap. So takes in the Ertz Celek signing. Mr. Mataraki, I'll let you begin on your thoughts and opinions of that. And if both are good deals, if one's a good deal, one's a bad deal, or if both are bad deals in your opinion.
No, I actually think they're both great deals. And we had some communication via social media earlier in the week, and some of our listeners kind of chimed in on that. For me, you know, the way things were shaking out at the beginning of this week, A2DRadio.com, our website was the newsbreaker for me. That was actually the first that I saw the Ertz extension. And when I saw the Ertz extension, 5 years at, I believe it's $42 million, $20 million guaranteed, I loved it. I mean, in terms of consistency, he was the most consistently productive receiver in the Eagles' offense last year. And if you think about the offense where Doug Pederson is coming from, a lot of that is built around a strong, fast tight end that can get up the field, a la Travis Kelce in Kansas City, and make plays down the field. One of the things that I had said specifically to you, though, was Doug Pederson likes to run a lot of Andy Reid, the Andy Reid, Doug Pederson offense. They like to run a lot of two tight end sets. And I said, don't be surprised if Celek is far behind. And lo and behold, the next day, there was Brent Celek, 3 years, $13 million. And I actually think in terms of the financials, I think the Celek deal, I mean, obviously it's for less money, but I think the value that you're getting, Celek, 3 years at $13 million for the role that he's going to play in that, you know, Andy Reid-ish, Doug Pederson-ish West Coast offense, I think you could see a major resurgence from Celek.
Well, I'll get into Celek in 1 second, but talking about Ertz's deal, and it makes him the fourth highest paid tight end in the National Football League, and people, you know, not that happy about it. I mean, I saw some people not happy about it, some people happy about it, and I said to one person, I said, you know, look at progression. You know, oh, he hasn't done anything. Look at progression of a player. You know, you look at your third year, like your junior year, and it's sort of a breakout-ish year. Like you want to see big-time progression. And when you go, forget year one, just go year 2 to year 3, and you go 58 receptions to 75. Granted, you know, 112 targets this year, so that helps it out too, right, compared to 86. But still, you know, over 150 yards more than he had. The only thing down was his touchdowns. His average yards per catch were down about a yard, but, you know, had a longest 60. So, I mean, there's progression of a player here in terms of definitely receptions.
Well, and I think one of the things that you touched on right there was 112 targets. What does that tell you?
Well, that tells me why he wants Sam Bradford back.
Yeah, your quarterback trusts him. Because, I mean, outside of Jordan Matthews, there wasn't anybody else on that team even coming close to 112 targets.
Well, that's the question. Are these legit numbers, or are these numbers because you're essentially the best guy out there? And that could be the other side of it. That's another argument. Are these legit numbers, or 112 targets? You better catch that many footballs. You better catch 75 at 112 targets. That being said, now you go, Ertz goes, well, I want Bradford back. Well, no shit, you want Bradford back. He targets you 112 times.
Right.
You'd be stupid not to. So I don't know how much I buy into him, how much he trusts in Bradford, or it's just, hey, we had a little bit of a chemistry. He targets me a lot, and I can get paid again. So there's another side of it. So there's a lot of sides of this.
Is this the breakout year for Zach Ertz, kind of like the year that Fletcher Cox had last year?
It has to be.
Where he was,
year.
he was kind of a beast, and he got overlooked for the Pro Bowl and the All Pro awards and stuff like that. But all of a sudden now the reputation is there, and next year will be the year that the media starts recognizing him as the vertical threat down the field from the tight end spot, especially if he's got a guy that can get him the ball.
Well, let me go over this with you real fast. I need progression into my fourth year. If you're going to be paid the fourth highest paid tight end in the NFL, fine. That's fine.
And Julius Thomas being in that top 3 is a joke because Jacksonville way overpaid him. But I digress.
Let's go over what I need from Zach Ertz next year moving forward. We'll start with next year to earn this money. 75 receptions this year. I need 85 next year. I need a 10 spot jump on that. I need him over 1,100 yards receiving. And the big spot where I need a big jump, and the biggest jump of his career, is the tight end. Is the touchdown spot.
Yeah.
I need more touchdowns. I need him to be, you're getting paid this money, I need you to get 8. I need 8 a year. I need legitimate, number one wide receiver numbers out of my tight end, close to it. 85 receptions, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's big-time progression. That's being put in as the fourth highest paid tight end in the NFL.
And let me tell you why I think every one of those numbers that you gave is achievable. It is actually more than achievable. Because one of the things that I can very easily see happening in this offense, because it was something that Chip actually did from time to time, and I know Andy and Doug in Kansas City love to do it, is they take that tight end and they'll isolate him on one side, split out by himself on a linebacker. And the quarterback basically comes up to the line of scrimmage and makes that read. And if he sees that tight end one-on-one on a side of the field all by himself on a linebacker, that's your target. That's your go-to. If they roll a safety over that way, either a strong safety, man up on coverage, or if they roll the safety that way to double the tight end, then you either audible out to a draw or you throw the ball to the other side of the field because you're not going to have the deep help. So there's a lot of things that you can do with a tight end who's that big, that fast, who has hands that good. Realistically, if this was 1987, he'd be a wide receiver. But, obviously with the speed and the size, he's a tight end. I look for nothing but great things from him. I was actually a fan of his coming out of Stanford. Like you said, progression every year. I don't know what more we can ask for from the guy other than keep building, keep doing what you're doing. And, the touchdowns, yeah. There were a couple times this year where he had some key drops in the end zone. Every guy on the team did. And we've talked about a bunch of times that a lot of times that stuff's contagious. Well, next year he needs to be the guy who's making those catches so that everybody else on the team makes those catches.
Well, step up.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to be elite.
Be the
you
leader.
Need to be
Exactly.
Elite. It's real simple. You want to get paid in that category? Fine. Go out and live up to that contract. So we'll see. I like Zach Ertz. I think he's a real good football player, and I think he's a matchup nightmare. So we'll see. We'll see who the quarterback is. There's not much. I want to give you these target numbers for him, but I don't know who's throwing the football
yet. I was
yet.
say you got to get him. You got to have a quarterback that can get him the ball.
Which we'll talk about plenty moving forward, I'm sure. And real quick, I think the best thing to do with Bradford is if you're going to keep him around, you franchise him, and you can't worry about feelings, and you can't get deep into it. You franchise the guy, and you let him play out the 1 year, and you move from there, and you go on from there.
Yeah.
If you're going to keep him, you can't extend 3, 4, 5 years. You can't do that. Franchise him. Who cares? If he ain't happy, he's being paid $21 million, and with the franchise tag, that'll make me happy.
Yeah.
Moving on to Celek, like you were talking about. Yeah, I think it's a solid deal. You keep a veteran here who's been here for forever, his whole career, and you keep him here. And you talk about, he's a good blocker, and he's a good locker room guy. He's been here forever. He's been here when we've had success. And sometimes them kind of guys you want to keep around. And, I don't know if he's getting paid for production.
I think
it's half and half.
I was going to say, I kind of know where you're going with this. Is he getting paid for past production, future potential, locker room guy, veteran leadership, all of the above? I think the thing I like about Celek the most, honestly, he's still got gas in the tank. He shows flashes. And I think in an offense where they're willing to target him as needed, he can still be a very productive pass catcher in that offense. I mean, it's not like he's your prototypical number 2 blocking tight end, a guy who can't catch, can't run routes, whatever. I mean, he was a number 1 tight end in Andy Reid's offense for years, and he's kind of gotten overlooked in the Chip Kelly offense because of Zach Ertz's presence. But, yeah, I truly believe Celek can still be extremely, extremely productive.
Yeah, I think he can be productive, and again, depends on your quarterback, and a lot depends on, he's a good blocker, and we know that. So,
and they're not breaking the bank on the guy.
No, you're not breaking the bank, and you're keeping a guy here, and you're taking care of one of your own, and that goes a long way, and we'll see what they do on the defense side of the football. A couple of names there. Walter Thurman, obviously up. What do you do with Walter Thurman, Vinny Carey?
Nolan Carroll.
I think Nolan Carroll's walking.
Probably.
You can't afford him. You got to keep one of the two. I'll keep Thurman because you have Rowe. And then, I think Vinny Carey has to be back if you're running a 4-3 defense. I don't think you can let him walk out the door. So we'll see if they get to the defense side of the football. It looks like they're starting on one side of the football, shoring up some guys there, and then working on the other.
No, I think I agree. I completely agree. But I feel like the whole thing with Celek and Ertz and Celek, whatever, I think they were 2 easy lockups. So they did those first and got him out of the way. I think Vinny Curry is going to be a little more difficult because I think he's got a number in mind. The team has a number in mind. They're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle. I think the problem is Vinny Curry's agent has heard a lot of, well, Billy Davis didn't use your guy the right way. You go to another team and another defense, you be an all-pro, and he wants to be paid like that, whereas Howie and Jeff look at the production, on the field, and, well, frankly, you got to get on the field to be productive.
Well, I think Howie and Jeff are going to do themselves a disservice if they let a guy walk like this, knowing the system they're bringing in.
Oh, I completely agree.
This whole conversation is, putting a system in place that benefits the players and putting the players in position to succeed. Well, there's no better system in a 4-3 than for Vinny Carey, that wide 9-ish, to get after the quarterback. I think the odd man out here, don't be surprised about this. Carey comes back. Barwin might not be here.
Well, and you know what?
Somebody's going to go.
Stop, because I gotta do this, and you just led me right to it. Mark Eckel from NewJersey.com, I swear to God, if you are listening to this show right now, if you write one more goddamn article that plagiarizes every single thing that I say on this show, we're going to have a problem. Because last week, you and I did the show, and we dove real deep into the front office stuff. And we talked about a real strong possibility of Ron Jaworski being the personnel guy. Less than 12 hours after our show was on the air, NJ.com, Mark Eckel. Don't be surprised if Ron Jaworski is the new Eagles personnel guy. This week, after you and I talked last week about Connor Barwin maybe being the odd man out, and you specifically said they may have to use him hand in the dirt. They may have to use him as a joker. They may have to find a new position for him, or he could be the odd man out. This week, Mark Eckel, NJ.com, same damn article, Connor Barwin, the odd man out. Dude, if you want to come on the show, I ain't hard to find. Call me, hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. We'll have you on the show. Come on, man. But don't plagiarize my shit. Don't do it. Have an original thought. You're an accomplished journalist, and I like you. Don't be that guy. All right, that's one rant. My bad.
Is there 2?
There's another one coming up.
About Eckel?
No, not about Eckel. About a certain wide receiver who may or may not be reinstated by the NFL that all of the 18 to 24-year-old fanboys want the Eagles to sign, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
We'll get into that real quick. Who's your what's your biggest priority on the defense side of the football? Is it Walter Thurman? Who's the biggest guy that's a free agent that could leave us, that was here last year, that becomes a free agent, that's your biggest guy that you need to sign? The first guy that you look at and say, hey, defensively, we got to bring this guy back. Is there anybody? Is there somebody?
It's tough because, there definitely is. Knowing the system that they're going to put in, I agree with you. I think Eric Rowe is ready to step in for Nolan Carroll. I would love to have Nolan Carroll back as a nickel corner. They're not going to pay him as a starter, though, so it is what it is. E.J. Biggers, they may be able to re-sign him at a lot cheaper, and I'd be fine with that. For me right now, it's a toss-up. Knowing the system that's going in, I need Vinny Curry on that defensive line. I need him, but if they can somehow figure out a way to get Connor Barwin to play hand in the dirt and be that guy, then Walter Thurman's a must. He's a must. I mean, everyone was so worried last year about him making that transition from corner to safety, and he was so smooth. I mean, the guy played out of his mind, and I think you need that back.
No, I agree. I think you do. The guy's a ball hawk. Him and Jenkins got a good relationship together. I say you continue that relationship, but I don't know.
The things that we go through in this studio, I'm telling you.
Okay, so whatever. Please move out of the room. Unreal. Now I lost my train of thought.
Wasn't me.
It's like it smells in here all of a sudden.
All right, well, I think it's Curry. I release Barwin. I hate to say it. I take the hit, and I bring Curry back. I just think he's more productive getting after the quarterback. You win by getting after the quarterback. Von Miller, perfect example. I'm not saying Vinny Curry's Von Miller, but them speed rushers are so important. And Barwin's not a speed rusher to me. You know, I need speed off my ends. I need you to pin your ears back and go get somebody. And he can't play outside linebacker.
No, he's stuck
in the middle.
He's never been a defensive end in a 4-3. He's played 3-4 for his entire career.
Now, if you can keep both of them and he can play a little bit with his hand down, then I'm all for it. But if I have to pick one, people are going to say, "Oh, you're crazy, man of the year. He takes a subway." I don't care about all that stuff.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. That's great.
In the community.
I think Vinny Curry's 12 sacks waiting to happen in a 4-3 defense.
Well, you go back to the show that you and I did. Might have been the first show that you and I ever did together when we did our, 5 guys. You had 5 guys, I had 5 guys, and who were the 5 that each of us had that we thought needed to step up? And we were both on Vinny Curry in July, and they did nothing with him. Well, my feelings about Vinny Curry haven't changed. I know yours haven't either.
No, they haven't changed at all. Every time he's on the field, he gets after the quarterback. I mean, the guy, it's like instant offense in basketball. Every time he's on the field, he's getting after somebody and maybe not coming away with a sack, but pressure. And I love it. It's important to a football team. It helps your defensive backs out. It helps everybody out. When you can put pressure on a quarterback, you can make average corners and average secondary look damn good real easy. And that's my thoughts on that. So we'll see. I mean, so many holes on this football team. You can't just start in one spot. You really can't. And my thing is you keep your younger guys at home. You keep them guys under contract. And you start building around them guys. That's the way I work it. And they're already starting it, with Ertz, keeping Celek for a few more years. Let's see what they do on the defense side of the ball with some of them younger guys. Do they keep them longer? It'll be interesting. So, hold on. That segment was brought to you by Obi's Catering. Changing the world one dish at a time. Contact Chris O'Brien. I just screwed all this up because of Noah Eaton. All because of Noah Eaton walking in here and having to, put stuff in front of my goddamn face. I can't say.
Get out of here, Noah Eaton.
On our side, what we're going to be talking about is what are you most interested in right now? And you can vote on our Twitter page, ATD_radio_com. Sixers draft, Flyers playoff, push, spring training. We'll get into all this, much more on the other side. This is Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
Right here at A2Dradio.com. And this segment was brought to you by Obi's Catering. Changing the world one dish at a time. Contact Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Email him, cateringbyObi@yahoo.com. Tell him Tom Renone from A2Dradio.com saying you get 20% off.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of real talk, A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control. Family owned and operated, Romeo's only employs the safest, most effective methods to rectify your situation. Whether it's at your house or at your commercial residence, no matter what the concern may be, they'll get the job done. Raccoons, squirrels, bed bugs, termites, you name it, they'll take care of it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Give them a call at 856-341-3927 or look them up on Facebook at Romeo's Pest Control or visit their website at www.romeospestcontrol.com, your local pest control provider. A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Martino Roofing. With more than 15 years of roofing experience, they have all the services that you need, whether it's new construction, tear-offs, replacements, or re-roofs for your residential or commercial business. They'll provide a detailed service in a timely and professional manner. So you can give them a call for a free consultation at 609-792-5103. Send them an email at martinoroofing@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.martinoroofingllc.com. The number again is 609-792-5103. Martino Roofing.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and founder of A2DRadio.com. What if I told you I knew the best caterer in the business? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Obie's Catering. You can contact Obie's Catering at cateringbyobie@yahoo.com or give Chris O'Brien a call at 856-534-8410. From graduations to wedding rehearsals to just if you need food cooked in your house. He'll do it all. He's trying to change the world one dish at a time. That's Obie's Catering. Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Tell him Tommy A from A2DRadio.com sent you, and you get 20% off.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, here on A2DRadio.com.
We're back, Tom.
Mike,
AM.
in the PM.
We're right here, A2DRadio.com. So we talked to start things off. This, Ertz, Celek, a little bit of Eagles. We just went over a couple things and had a good time with it. We got a long time to talk Eagles, so we don't get too deep into it. But since there's nothing to talk about, zilch, what are you most interested in right now? Is it the Sixers draft, Flyers playoff run, spring training, I don't, something else? Let us know.
NCAA tournament, whatever you want.
Whatever. On our Twitter page, A2DRadio _com. And you get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio. It's how you can find us, so A2DRadio.com. Any way you want to slice it, you can find us there. Real quick, this segment is brought to you by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs, 703 Black Horse Bike in Glendora, New Jersey, 856-939-2030. Or on the web, Sports Outlet, FlyersInc.com. 2 quick scores. Speaking of Flyers playoff push, up 2-0 against Capitals and the 1. Sixers, no playoff push, but you talk about the draft, Sixers draft. Listen, you set out to be the worst, and you're not doing a good job of it right now. Up 1 against the Pistons at halftime. So just some score updates right there.
We used to like it when both teams would be winning at the same time. Now, not so much.
No, I mean, for the Sixers, it was like nice to get one here and there, but, we're getting a little cute now, which I'm not a fan of. Let's not get cute. Set out to be bad. Let's be the worst.
Yeah. Dude,
you bring Colangelo in, and all of a sudden they want to start winning games. Stop it.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for us, Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. Don't be a ruiner.
Don't ruin it for us, because we'll get you out of town real quick.
Dude, this is like the worst week for me. Like, I know that they say that the 2 days after the Major League Baseball All-Star Game are like the only 2 days of the year where there's not some sort of like major professional or college sporting event going on, whatever. But like, I just don't dig this concept of the Pro Bowl. And this week between the AFC and NFC championship games and the Super Bowl, it's like torture for me. Because it's like, there's a Super Bowl and it's the end of football season and you don't want football season to end, but the end is coming. But we're going to drag you to the end. Well, it's, we're not going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to pull it off real slowly and hurt you and make you, read stories like why do white jerseys always win the Super Bowl and stupid stuff like that.
Well, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you watched the Pro Bowl?
I watched it last year. I typically watch it every year. I just, don't get me wrong, like, the thing with the fantasy draft concept that they've gone to, it makes it a little more interesting than it was in the past, but
I don't know. It doesn't make it any more interesting.
I don't feel it.
I don't feel it one bit. I mean, maybe if we were sending like 8-9 guys there a year, but guys don't even want to go. I mean, you're giving the guys free trips to Hawaii, and they don't want to go. I mean, they just don't want to go.
Well, that, and then you get the guys, guys from the 2 teams that are in the Super Bowl can't play, and then you get all the guys who played in the AFC and NFC championship game on the losing side that are like, oh, I just played a game last week. I'm too banged up. I don't want to go.
Yep.
So, immediately you've got
the best players of the best teams.
The best players of the best teams aren't there. So they might as well just go play flag football because they don't hit. What was it? The last couple of years they've had a couple guys actually do a little hitting in the Pro Bowl, and they got bashed for it. So what's the point?
What's the point of even having a defense, like you said? Put the flags on and just let them sling it all around the yard. That's all they do anyway.
Just do like a massive skills competition or something.
That's what you should do, man. Send these guys a free trip to Hawaii and just let them have fun doing things. Like if it's, for the quarterbacks, like you said, like drills, like little skill competitions, and make it interesting that way. So go AFC, NFC, instead of playing a game, go to Hawaii, give these guys a free trip. Let them wear shorts and a T-shirt and sling it around the yard. Go
I want to know if Mr. Hail Mary himself, Aaron Rodgers, can throw the ball 75 yards into a garbage can. That's what I want to know.
What did 7 Patriots players backed out too?
That's unbelievable.
That's a text I just got now. 7 Patriots players backed out too. So nobody wants to go. Like you said, listen, guys would take the free trip to Hawaii if it was just a skills competition. Get rid of the game. The game's stupid. It's stupid. It's leading up to the biggest game of the year, and that's what you lead up with? You can't. Lead up with a fun skills competition, maybe not even in Hawaii, maybe where the Super Bowl is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, because Super Bowl's always in a nice climate for the most part. And if it's not, it's indoors.
It's in the dome,
and you can do all that stuff indoors anyway.
That's right.
So I just don't get it. And then you can sell out. You can probably sell 30,000, 40,000 tickets, right? For people to go watch these guys do skill competitions and crazy stuff. I mean, you could maybe not that many, but you can sell tickets.
Well, if you
can make money that way. How many people are going to the Pro Bowl?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you actually watch the Pro Bowl, that stadium's half empty.
Listen,
nobody cares.
I'm not going to Hawaii to watch a Pro Bowl. I'm going to Hawaii to go to Hawaii. I mean, there's no unreal. I don't know.
I'm gonna eat some pig on a beach with a drink and a pineapple in my hand.
Yeah, seriously. There's no whatever. So, what are you most interested in?
Right now,
obviously not the Pro Bowl. I think we clarified that for everybody.
No, but you know me well enough that you probably know the answer to this question. I'm one of the 28% who is going for the your fighting Phils. I'm a spring training guy.
No, I'm a big spring training guy. I'd be a little more. I think I'm going to be a little more excited for spring training next year than I am this year.
Of course.
I'm excited because I want to see, hopefully the kids get an invite and hopefully some of them rake in spring training and boom. You know what I mean? Maybe they work their way up quicker than we thought. There's reports Crawford might be up halfway through the season. A good chance. Boa said, listen, halfway through the season, bring him up right away. But we'll see how all that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of these guys. Like, do I hope the Flyers make a playoff run? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I want the Sixers to, tank out and get a great draft pick? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm also one of these guys that is, I mean, somewhere between Christmas and New Year's is when I actually start counting the days to when pitchers and catchers report. It's like,
No, me too.
It's like there's Valentine's Day, and then there's the day that pitchers and catchers report. And for me, pitchers and catchers reporting is my Valentine's Day. That's the day that I fall in love again with my team.
True. It is true. We'll fall in love real quick and hopefully
I have my heart broken again.
Yeah, 99. But the beginning of every season, there comes with a little bit of excitement and hope, right? Even if a team's not going to be good, the beginning of every season comes hope and a new year. So that brings excitement. So for spring training, that's excitement to me. Like you said, Sixers draft, if you finished last and you knew you were getting the number one pick, then that would be exciting to me. But it's not going to – my excitement level won't raise until I know where they're picking.
Yeah.
So that – we'll see how that goes. And the playoff push for the Flyers, I want to see them make a run, of course. But it's not driving my sports right now.
Well, let me ask you a quick question, though. Because as I was kind of mulling over this Twitter question, it's tough for me because I think – undisputedly, and maybe there are some people that will dispute this, but for me, undisputedly, Philadelphia is a football Eagles town. And I think if you go back to 2007 to roughly 2011, there's a lot of people would say, a lot of people would say that the Phillies were a very strong number two. Obviously, the Phillies have had some down years, so what is the number two? And I mean, there was a study done by the Sporting News. I want to say it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago that they said that the Flyers fans were the best fans in the NHL, and Philadelphia was a hockey town. And I'm like looking at that like, what are they smoking? It's an Eagles town.
Yeah, let us get some.
But no, undisputed though. Come playoff time, fans of the orange and black represent. It's not even a question about that.
No, they represent. Yeah, I mean, they represent. We represent all our teams.
Yeah.
Flyers have that clique of a fan group that's there no matter what, and it's easier to put 20,000 in, and they have their little, there's some Flyers fans that don't even like the other sports. So,
right.
They're just like hockey. There's a lot of people out there that just like hockey, which is fine. But it's an Eagles town. And you would say, well, we could put on this list, NFL draft is something people are most looking forward to, but that's a while away. I mean, if you're looking forward to that, well, best of luck.
I don't know
what to tell you. I can't help you here.
If you're looking forward to the NFL draft at this point, you're just a hardcore football fan.
That's fine, but nobody's that. Stop it.
Right.
We're not even in the Super Bowl. And I know we're going to get the 13th pick and who's going to be the guy, and it brings excitement.
Well, you see these pictures on social media that's like, it's Howie Roseman and Doug Pederson at the Super Bowl with the caption, "Do you trust these two?" Well, yeah, right now I do because I kind of have to.
No choice.
You got no choice. So just stop with the shit already. Like, they're at the Senior Bowl. They're doing their jobs. Why don't you trust them? Explain that to me. Hey, can we talk about that real quick, or do you not want to go there? Top of the page.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the second part of my rant, and I certainly welcome your thoughts on this. Guys on this station, guys in social media, I've actually seen this argument 3 or 4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Gordon has applied for reinstatement, and all these 18 to 24-year-old fanboys want to say, oh, the Eagles should go sign Josh Gordon. It's low risk, high reward. Can somebody explain to me how it's low risk when you're going to build your offense around a guy who one hit of the Chiba and a negative test, and by God, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against anybody that partakes in the Chiba, except for the fact that it's going to get you kicked out of the league.
Yeah, when you're not allowed to.
Yeah, so
of course.
How are you going to – because what's going to happen if they sign him? They're going to sign him. He's going to come in. He's going to set the world on fire in training camp. People are going to fall in love with the guy. They're going to build their offense around him, and after 6 games, he's going to be suspended again. How is that low risk?
I don't know. I guess you have to ask them guys.
I mean, I could give you 5 names right now of free agents coming up this year that I would sign before I would even look at Josh Gordon.
Okay.
I'll give you Alshon Jeffrey. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, agreed.
I give you Marvin Jones. Number 2 in Cincinnati behind A.J. Green. I think if you move him to a different team, he steps up. The guy who replaced Josh Gordon in Cleveland, Travis Benjamin. The numbers he put up with Drek at quarterback, I'd take a shot at him. 4th guy would be call it the Seattle cast-off. Because Seattle has Doug Baldwin. Tyler Lockett has obviously moved up to number 2 in their receiving game. So they're going to have either Jermaine Kearse or Ricardo Lockett who's going to go. And they're both quality receivers. One of them's going to have to go. Whoever Seattle cuts, I'd be looking at them. Number 5 would be Lance Moore, Detroit. So I'd give you 5 names that I would be full-on looking at in terms of a free agent before I even think about Josh Gordon. And, oh, by the way, how about that guy that we drafted in the first round last year who Chip Kelly and his offensive staff, for whatever reason, wouldn't work with the guy and get him on the field once he was healthy. And then all of a sudden, the game that Pat Shurmur coaches at the end of the year, he's all over the place. Yeah, how about a little love for Nelson Aguilar? But they want to bring Josh Gordon in here. They might be smoking with Josh Gordon if they think that's a productive move.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm not into the whole like low risk, high reward. If you do your due diligence and you take a shot on a guy like that, okay, fine. But you can't take a shot on a guy like that and assume that he's going to come in and be your one and be the guy who everybody turns to. If you're bringing him in as your 3rd wide receiver. I understand talent-wise he'd be your 1. I get all that.
Yeah, he's got number 1 talent.
Yeah, he's got number 1 talent.
But you can't build an offense around him.
If you brought him in here, you're bringing him in here slowly. And I don't know if that's a good thing to bring him into a fan base that if you sign Josh Gordon, it's going to expect 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. And if you're bringing him in slowly here, you're another guy that we're going to run out of town here and not give a guy a chance. So, I don't know if he comes in. Well, maybe he does come in ready to roll. But you're not bringing him in as your 1. I mean, you're bringing him in with the intention of getting him to be your 1. But that's not the.
You're not signing him to be the 1.
You're not signing him the money that equals the 1. I wouldn't, at least.
Well, and that's the thing is,
I can't.
And everyone keeps saying it's low.
If you get burned by this, Mike, you're gonna have to hear Roseman and Peterson
right,
about
exactly.
this for 5 years from now.
And that's the thing is, everybody.
Remember when they brought in Josh Gordon?
Right, and everybody keeps saying it's low risk. And my response
What's
to
low
that
risk?
is it's only low risk in terms of dollars and cents. Every other piece of this is high risk. You screw your fan base. You screw your new coach. You have no faith in the front office. And then, oh, by the way.
Why do I want to take Cleveland retreads?
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. All Chip Kelly did is brought Billy goddamn Davis in here. We brought Miles Austin in here. We brought in these Cleveland retreads. Can we stop with this Cleveland, Philly, like minor league system stuff going on here? Where we're affiliates, like Banner goes there. Like it just seems like all this crap. And then, Chip goes and takes Cleveland's defense coordinator now with him to San Fran. Can I just stay away from Cleveland? They do things bad for a reason. Can I stay away from all their players? I don't want any of their players. I don't want anybody. Anybody Cleveland signs, I automatically think, man, I like that guy. Oh, he's going to struggle now. You know what I mean? Because nobody knows what they're doing.
It's like the curse of Cleveland.
Like I like Dante Whitner. I'm a big Dante Hittner guy. And I wanted him as safety. So I'm Cleveland. I said, oh, shit. But their defense has been good. I mean, don't get me wrong. The last 2 years, their defense is good. But I'm not going and spending big-time money. No offense, Travis Benjamin. I don't care numbers he puts up in Cleveland. This is a guy I'm not going to put up money for, and I'm not going to put up a ton of money for Josh Gordon either. So both of them are going to command dollars and cents here. They're going to command it. And I don't know, because there's nobody else to throw the ball to. It's this whole Michael Carter-Williams thing, right? You're going to put up 20 when there's nobody else that can score. Right? It's the whole thing here. You're going to catch for 1,000 yards. Somebody's got to catch.
Right.
These are NFL guys. Somebody's going to catch. Travis Benjamin is not. I'm not.
He's a quality player, but he's not a number 1.
He's not an elite guy. So it's just another guy. Like, is Josh Gordon elite? I don't know if he's elite. I don't know. He's good. He's a good player. Let's not put him in the category of Dez and Calvin in his prime and Julio. Let's not get cute on how good Josh Gordon is. He's a good player.
I want to.
They were going to call up and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
I want to
Let's go numbers then.
I want to beg a question of our producer Mr. Povey if he can pot himself
Now
up.
you got me goddamn upset now. I wasn't even going to get upset. I was even keel tonight. I wasn't even going to get like this. And these freaking clowns come out here and get all giddied up like it's freaking Madden, and we can just go sign Gordon and plug him in.
Right.
It ain't plug and play,
It's not
babe.
plug and play, exactly.
Worry about a goddamn quarterback, some offensive line help, so you can get the ball to receiver.
Damn it! Sorry, I had to do it.
Fine.
Saved you the trouble.
Fine. I was just trying to have a relaxed night here.
Mr. Povia,
Yes, sir.
you are my fantasy guru, and you are the fantasy guru here on the station with Fantasy Dominance Now. Josh Gordon, absolute fantasy studs for several years when he's healthy, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
So, the difference between fantasy and reality, if you're the general manager, do you take a shot on this guy?
As a fantasy owner?
No, obviously as a fantasy owner, if he gets reinstated and he's on someone's roster, you're probably going to take a deep round flyer on him, figuring that he's going to get, he's going to get playing time.
Oh, he got drafted in every league that I was in this year for the purposes of keeping him for next year.
Okay.
So he's a fantasy commodity because he will show up on somebody's radar eventually. Would I take him onto my team? No, and I'll tell you why. Not that I have a problem with what he does do off the field, but when you know that it's affecting your career and you know that and you still can't put the pipe down, that's a problem. That shows a lack of discipline that's going to manifest in many areas of his life, and I don't want him on my team because of it.
Thank you.
Listen, I'll take the six. Let me hold on a second. I'll take the 1,600 and take my consequences later. Right, so you're telling me I can get in for 16, right? Mm-hmm. All that, I get in for a year, and after that year, right, I sign a year deal or a 2-year deal, right? Obviously with the ability to cut ties and take a hit, whatever.
Right.
I sign a 2-year deal, and I get 1,600 and say 12 TDs out of him, similar to what he did in 2013. Oh, I'll do it for a year to try to win. I'll do it for a year. But if you think this is a long-term solution, from like you said, Rob, and like you said, Mike, a guy you just don't know. Your career's on the line. Now, when everything's done and people make mistakes, they're so quick to come out and say, oh, I'm sorry. Can I get forgiveness again? Well, you got forgiveness once. You did it again, right, on an airplane. Supposedly you didn't know there was alcohol. Hey, we're going to play this game, right? Now we're stupid, okay? And then 3 strikes, you're out. So does he deserve the next chance? Yes. Is it here? I don't know. Listen, let's calm this down for a second because I got to make this clear, okay? Greg Hardy, I don't want anywhere in the NFL.
Right.
I got to retract for a second. I have no problem taking a shot on this for little money and the chance for the upside. Now, that's not low risk, high reward. That's just there's a chance for an upside. I would take a chance on this because in the big grand scheme of things on what bad guys in this league, and there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of really good guys. This guy falls in the middle, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a tweener. He's really a tweener, and the only concerning thing is he did it twice. That's the only concerning thing.
Well,
but he's a tweener, right? I mean, this isn't egregious.
There's a great solution to this, and it's called opt-out clause.
Yeah.
You put it in terms of it. You have to conduct yourself X, Y, and Z, or else we can just shit can you right then and there, no questions asked. So you take a team that maybe is one piece away from getting to the big dance, a la the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, former ties to the Cleveland Browns, maybe can work something out like that. The Patriots could be a team where you're going to conduct yourself like a professional and do your job.
Understood.
We'll give it
real quick before I
Go
forget
ahead.
this. The reason I don't think it's a smart move for the Eagles this year is I don't know if you put this on a first-year head coach. I just don't know. I don't know if you can put this on. If this was Andy's team still, with T.O. and guys and Vic and guys that had like maybe some issues, some did have issues and some that reported had issues, that he brought them guys in, they became team because he built his culture here. He built it over time. So like Belichick did, right? You build it over time, you can bring guys in, they'll buy in because you have great players surrounding them. I don't know if you can do that on Doug. Now, maybe with, the Celek bringing him back and having some core veterans on this team, maybe. But, again, this is Madden talking.
Right.
This is Madden talking. Would I take them numbers any day of the week? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But, like we all talked about, knock off the low-risk, high-reward stuff and don't get all, giddy because a guy asked for reinstatement and he might get it. Don't get all giddied up on social media and come on these damn airways and get all geeked up like you know that we're interested in Josh Gordon. It's one thing like, oh my God, he's back in Madden next year. Yeah, baby, yeah. It's another thing to automatically assume. It's the problem with where you have to like take yourself. You want to hop on these airways. You got to take the fanhood and sort of draw a line in a way. And you have to be realistic.
No, yeah.
Right? Is this a realistic move for the Philadelphia Eagles? No. Alshon Jeffries? No.
Probably not.
And I'm
but
going to tell you what, because it depends on how they grade Aguilar and Matthews.
Right.
And Hoff or whatever. It's how they grade them out. Right? If they don't grade them out well enough, then Jeffries, other guys, like we're talking about, other names, but like a Lockett, like you said, or a name like that, I'm good with that. Lance Moore, no. And I'll tell you why, because he reminds me of Miles Austin. That's scary.
That's fine.
It's like they're the same guy.
I got no beef with
Yeah,
that. I mean,
they're the same guy.
There's plenty of other guys out there. I mean,
But they're good names.
There is a ton of free agent wide receivers this year. The only problem that I have with that class is there is no class. There's
no class with this draft.
It's all Sean Jeffrey and the rest of them.
Yeah, there's not a big class.
But-
so he's going to get paid big money.
But the killer on all that, though, is you mentioned a name already tonight that as I was doing my free agency homework this year, Von Miller.
Yeah.
He is by far the cream of the crop in terms of free agency.
Oh,
here.
I listen. I get rid of Barr when I carry walk. I mean, whoever
I just
Walter,
feel like-
you want to walk to, you can walk to. I let them all walk. I let them all walk for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game changer. That's a great. Now he has great players around him defensively.
He
Do not
does,
get me
no
wrong.
question.
I love their secondary. They're physical, but in terms of a game changer, take away what he did to Brady. Let's take that out of the equation. This guy's been
He's been money all year.
not even
For his career.
It's a career.
Yeah.
Listen, he's Max Steel, and this ain't Sue Max Steel, where you're not going to get Von Miller after him. Von Miller's a good dude. I mean, he
Right.
checks all them boxes, Mike, right? All the boxes.
No
good
question.
dude, locker room guy, and the last box, but last but not least, I will dominate you on a football field. And that's a guy, or listen, Connor Barwin can take the subway. Listen, I can sit on his lap and ride the subway, and I'll still cut his ass for Von Miller. You understand? Free rides with Connor, and I don't mean it like that, but free rides with Connor's lap on the
I got
subway,
you.
I'll still cut your ass. He can let his wife sit on my lap, and I'll still cut him. You understand? Like, there's so many ways that Connor could offer me things for Von Miller. See,
All right, so
Brandon Graham, too, you can take a walk, too. I'll cut you all.
right,
I'll play
so-
with one lineman.
stop for 1 second though,
Madden
because
talk.
that actually
Madden talk.
brings up a great point though. You're Howie Roseman, you're Doug Pederson, you have a new regime coming in. You're obviously gonna at some point have a new personnel guy who is probably going to be Ron Jaworski. I'm just saying, but do you, in your first year in terms of free agency, do you go after the best players available, or are you filling for need? Because I would love for them to go after Von Miller. I would absolutely love to have Von Miller on one side, Michael Kendricks on the other, and Jordan Hicks in the middle, and every other linebacker on this roster could get cut for all I care, and we could basically build depth through the draft and free agency.
So, real quick, since we dove into all this,
God.
is that what we're most looking forward to? Like, I think we almost shifted. Michael, I think that we were talking spring training. We were all geeked up. We were thinking tiki bar, and we got a little cute. And deep down,
I'm still geeked up.
and
I'm
deep
still
down,
geeked up for
But
spring
deep
training.
down, even though we're baseball junkies at heart, and that's our number one, right? That's our number one girl, okay? Deep down, you said a football creeps back into the convo. It's a conversation driver. It just is.
It is.
As much as we want to get away from it, it creeps his ugly head back in, and now we're talking big things. But Von Miller's a huge name.
Well,
Let's
Von-
continue that on the other side. Let's hit a break.
Yeah, I
Save your thought.
definitely want to go for some more Von Miller. Let's do
We'll
it.
continue Von Miller. We'll continue what you're interested in right now in Philly sports in general, anything. Let us know. We'll talk about that on the other side. This is Tom,
Mike
AM,
in the PM.
right here on the Worldwide Leader, Real Talk, A2DRadio.com. And this segment is brought to you by Philly Sports Bar, 31 South Black Horse Pike in Runnymede, New Jersey, 856-939-4322, or on the web, phillydiner.com. welcome in to the worldwide leader of what? Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Head, your dude with the tunes from A to Z Classic Rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kickin' sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
Hey, if you're interested in buying, selling, or renting a house, call Kingsgate Realty at 856-931-1200. Ask for Patrick Bokikio or visit their website at kingsgatere.com, located at 57 West Kings Highway, Mount Ephraim, New Jersey.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet, located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. With over 40 years of customer experience giving the latest in uniforms and equipment to sports enthusiasts of baseball, softball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and much more. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or send them an email at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit their website at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all of your sporting needs.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, on A2DRadio.com.
Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
right here, A2DRadio.com. I almost took a nap during that break. Oh, so I was leaning back a little bit, enjoying myself. If you're just joining us now, talked about Ertz, Celek signing. We dove into some Eagles, free agency. We did a lot of things. What are you most interested in right now in Philly sports? We got in that. Let us know on our Twitter page, A2DRadio_com. You can vote there. You can also get on the action, 856-295-1178. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and many more. A2D Radio is how you can find us. So that brings us into continuing the talk. Eagles, Sixers, stuff we're looking forward to. We'll get a little, not much Sixers draft, but we'll talk maybe a little why we're looking forward to spring training, because that's our thing. Why does spring training excite us, knowing that we're not going to have a good baseball team for the most part. We'll get into that, but this next segment is brought to you by Martino Roofing, more than 15 years of roofing experience, proudly serving Sewell, New Jersey, as well as Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the South Jersey area. 609-792-5103, or on the web, martinoroofingllc.com. So continue your thoughts. I know we were in a little Von Miller before we shot away.
I watching the AFC Championship game on Sunday, watching Von Miller and Jamie Collins go punch for punch on the defensive side of the ball was really cool, because, you've seen quarterbacks go at it. Oh, you're going to throw a touchdown, I'll throw a touchdown. You see your Michael Jordans go at it with your Kobe Bryants or Clyde Drexlers or whatever, and, Drexler puts up 30, so Jordan puts up 40 and whatever. But to see two players on the defensive side of the ball kind of say, all right, you're going to get a sack, I'm going to get a sack. You're going to recover a fumble, I'm going to make an interception. It was almost like tackle for tackle, sack for sack. Just two guys on the defensive side of the ball, one for each team, that just dominated that game. And I was impressed. And now, granted, obviously they're both huge name players on the defensive side of the ball. But how many times have we seen games like that where one defense completely steps up and the other one disappears, a la Carolina, Arizona? So
You don't know. You wouldn't say you build it defensively, but I still think you need to score points to win.
Right.
At the end of the day, but both teams in the Super Bowl have money defenses, and that for the most part, that's the reason they're there. You know, they're turnover machines. They get after the quarterback, and that's why they're in the spot they're in. So when you look at Von Miller, you know, it's a name that really intrigues me because of everything he brings to the table.
And it was interesting that watching that AFC Championship game because it unfolded exactly the way we thought it was going to in terms of a very tight nip-and-tuck game for the first half. I know second half you had kind of expected the Patriots to pull away. I actually expected the Patriots to pull away as well, but later. And Denver's defense was just so tough that the Patriots never had that opportunity to get their feet in the dirt and do something and pull away. And then, Peyton Manning, it just kind of maybe the old guy's got a little bit of magic left. It's crazy.
No, yeah, it's true. I mean, a little bit. He was smart with the football, and he didn't turn the football over, and that's a big key. Limiting them turnovers. If he's coming out throwing picks, especially in the Super Bowl, it's going to be a long day for him. And this is his last hurrah, too. But he did a good job in that football game. He wasn't overly impressive. He didn't do anything crazy. He led his defense, and I think, as a coaching staff, they said, hey, we're going to play it safe for the most part,
right,
and we're going to let our defense keep us in this game. And that's how it worked out. And you got a little bit, the last – I'm curious on why Belichick didn't go for the field goal at one point. That sort of scratched my head a little bit.
And I mean, all right, I understand Gostkowski missed an extra point, but Belichick doesn't get gun shy. He's not a guy who, you missed an extra point, so now I'm not going to try to kick a field goal. He's not gun shy like that. So
no, he's not, and it's the best kicker in the league.
Right.
So I mean, okay, if he makes that extra point, you're talking about it. It's a football game.
So now this will be Peyton Manning's 4th Super Bowl with 4 different coaches. So, Tom Brady, 6 Super Bowls, all with 1 coach. Peyton Manning, 4 Super Bowls, 4 different coaches. Does the fact that he's done it with 4 different coaches close that gap on the GOAT discussion?
No.
No? Okay. Just asking.
Nope. No, it's not in the same category. I just love that conversation. I just love because at the beginning it was Manning was the numbers guys, right? And Brady wasn't. Brady was a game manager, right? And you remember this, back in the day. And then Brady just starts slinging all over the yard
until he has a season where he throws 50 touchdown passes.
My point is, I just don't. Payne's a great quarterback, Hall of Famer, and there's no question. But he's not Brady. He's not up with Brady. It's sad because I think Montana's better too, just strictly because of the rings.
So if you had. Ooh, Rob, you can jump in on this too if you want. If you had one game, one Super Bowl, the Super Bowl of all Super Bowls, and you could pick any quarterback from our lifetime to start that game, you taking Brady?
No question. No question. I'd be foolish not to.
Rob?
It's going to pain me to say this, but I'm going to say Joe Montana.
So I'm taking Joe money too.
That's fine, but Brady's money too. I mean, listen, Joe's my guy, and it was hard for Brady to pass Joe. But listen, he didn't have Jerry. Jerry.
You're talking 1A and 1B.
You are. Yeah.
It's like picking straws. Yeah.
It is. You can make an argument, a big-time argument for that boat. Why you'd want both of them. I became a big-time Brady guy. He sold me as his career went on, and I'm not one of the guys that's going to be foolish enough to not respect greatness when it's right in front of my eyes.
Right.
Because too many of us, not in this room, but too many of us, greatness, we hate it. And we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Why we hate greatness. And one of it's envy, and they don't play for your team, and it's easy to hate greatness. Peyton is great, but there was never the hatred for Peyton.
But I think that's a maturity thing, too. I think, the 3 of us in this room are of that age group where we want the great players on our team, but as we get older and mature and we see it from the 35,000-foot view, we appreciate that greatness even more. Whereas, some of the young bucks tend to think more in terms of, like you said, oh, Tom Brady doesn't play for our team. Screw that guy. Well, dude, come on, really? It's Brady.
But if this HGH allegations turn out to be true, that he did elicit the drugs for his wife and thus for use for himself, that could totally do a 180 on this whole conversation.
On Peyton.
And become him, on Peyton, and make him a pariah like you saw with Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Palmeiro. The list goes on.
I don't know, man. Too many people have a problem with Brady for off the field. Supermodel wife, man hugs. Yeah, dude, if I'm Brady, and
isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I think I'm wearing man hugs too, and whatever Giselle wants me to wear. And if that's nothing, that's fine too.
Dude,
whatever.
You want to be this. You want to be the Super Bowl winning quarterback, so you can have the supermodel wife. And if you have the supermodel wife, and she wants you to wear man hugs, you wear the man hugs. I hate hugs, and I'd still wear man hugs.
No question.
If Giselle told me to.
Whatever she wanted. Whatever she wanted me to wear. I mean, it's not really if anybody's telling me you wouldn't put on anything she wanted you to wear, you're lying. I mean anything.
Anything.
Yeah. Sound this one out. Anything.
Oh, that's great.
I'll wear shit around my face. Is that too far?
Maybe a little bit.
The things you do for supermodel wife.
Best of.
Shit in my face, Giselle. That's what you're into, honey.
Oh my goodness.
He's a winner. So if that's I'm sure he would take that shot. He knows how to win. He's just a flat out winner. And them guys know how to
So then that kind of rolls into the NFC Championship game though. I think we expected a lot more out of Carson Palmer than we got. Meanwhile, Cam Newton. I mean,
go ahead, Mike.
Did he cement himself?
Cement and what? What's he cement?
I mean,
what did he cement?
MVP this season?
Okay, maybe.
I mean, I'm just asking the question.
It just gets me wound up. The Cam Newton gets me so freaking geeked up because, listen, I love the accuracy thing. Now he's money in the terms of accuracy. Listen, he can make some phenomenal throws, and I'm not knocking this guy, and I like his style and all that, but he gets a lot of one-on-one opportunities.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Because of the ability to run the football. And that just takes away that, and listen, that's not a knock. Like, Donovan got the same thing early in his career, too.
Yeah, it's how they design their offense.
And I think Cam's going to continue to grow. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how much my mind's changed of them. I mean, of him, personally. I don't, as a quarterback. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what's your gut? My gut.
He's not top 5.
Nah, he's not. Stop. You got to listen. You got to build. You got to build it. Okay, and we're so quick to just annoy it. And I'm not saying he's not going to be great, but let's let a body of work first and then annoy. Like the body of work this year is phenomenal, and the body of work last year was good, and he's gotten better, and that's all you can ask for. But we're all sudden so quick to annoy. Be careful if you're a Carolina fan, be careful what you're wishing for when you think you're getting the Denver Broncos. I'm just going to be the one to say it right now. My gut on this Super Bowl is roll job and not the roll job you think it's going to be.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Because this is a defense that can beat you up, and I don't know if they can handle it.
And again, it's to me.
Can Devin Funches continue to beat you? Can Teddy Ginn continue to beat you? Like beat Talib, go ahead and beat Mr. Ward, who smokes anything that comes across the middle. Their whole safety crew beats you up. Listen, their linebacking crew. My point is, I said this with Arizona because I got cute because I didn't want Carolina to win. But if there really is a defense in this league, the number one against the rush, it's the number one offense of rushing the football. So these two heads collide.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to find out what really wins Super Bowls next weekend, boys, in 2 weekends. We're going to find out what wins Super Bowls. Is it that physical, shut-you-down defense, or that offense that's lights out? Which gives? It's going to be really important because, listen, this is where teams start there.
No, you're absolutely right.
What do? You copy. It's a copycat league like any other league. So there's going to be a lot of copycat. And if Denver is the winner, there's going to be tons of copycat off of, hey, average QB, game manager, let's load up defensively.
Right.
We can have an option offensively. Let's load up defensively. Talking about a team that's weak running the football. Demaryius Thomas drops more passes than his mother dropped trays in jail. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's a phenomenal player, but again, not a top 5 wide receiver in this league. Dropped out this year. Really had a down year, and it could have been quarterbacks, whatever. Manuel Sanders, he scare you? Offensively, did they scare you? No. But defensively, you walk into a stadium and the Denver Broncos are on the field, and you watch tape of T.J. Ward and them hitting you,
Oh, yeah.
Devin Funches, really, cuz you think you're going to go over the middle, Teddy Ginn, you never even seen the middle of a football field unless you're breaking away from somebody. So my point is, I don't know, man. I don't think these kids and their wide receivers, I think it's going to hurt them at some point, and this is the football game where I think it hurts.
Well, it's funny, too, because it's, again, I think it's a generational thing. It's offense, defense. Us older guys, been watching the game a little longer, can appreciate, don't look at me like that, Rob. We can appreciate the defense, especially those of us that were around during the Buddy Ryan years. But a lot of these same guys that were on that Josh Gordon bandwagon on Sunday night and Monday morning, oh, this Super Bowl is going to suck. It's going to be a blowout. Carolina's going to roll job. Don't be too sure. Now, I will say this. I don't want to say defense of Cam Newton, but
They're going to win the Super Bowl, Brian.
he has played this entire season without his number one wide receiver.
Well, listen, I'll jump off of an earlier show here,
Go ahead.
the Sports Fix, and their question, confident or cocky, and this is what we do. And I'm curious because we didn't get a chance to talk about it real quick, and then we're going to take a break. Or, we'll save it for the other side.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll save it for the other side. That's perfect. That's perfect. So, we just gone through everything tonight. This is phenomenal. We shouldn't even have like a show rundown. We should just wherever the conversation goes when you come back in the break, that's how we do it. But this segment,
Come join us for a beer. We're going to talk.
We're going to talk. This segment is brought to you by Harry's Contracting. He's willing to talk, and he's willing to talk for. He's a professional home improver, right? He's the best in the business, supposedly. 609-638-6336. Harry's Contracting Improvements at gmail.com, and that's from Rob Povia. Endorsed that. So we'll see you on the other side.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and operator of A2DRadio.com and host of Agree to Disagree. If I want to go check out a ball game, there's no better place than the Philly Sports Bar located at 31 South Black Horse Pike in Runnymede, New Jersey. With over 40 plasma and HD TVs, a brick oven, a 2-story deck, the Sports Bar has surpassed everyone's expectations. From the one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia to life-size sports figures, the bar stays true to its name. The Philly Sports Bar will provide quality service along with outstanding variety of the finest liquors and well-known beers in a family-friendly environment while remaining true to what they are, the best darn sports bar. That's the Philly Sports Bar located in Runnymede, New Jersey.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey guys, Rob Povia here from Fantasy Dominance Now and the Hockey Happy Hour with a quick question. Are you in need of a professional home improvement? Then contact Harry's Contracting, 609-638-6336. That's 609-638-6336. No job too big, no job too small. The owner, Harry Ernst, is a fully licensed general contractor. Tile work, bathroom and kitchen remodeling, and just about everything else. No matter what you need, Harry will leave your home looking as beautiful as ever. Harry's Contracting offers free estimates, and if you mention A2D Radio during the estimate, Harry will give you 15% off the quote. Give him the job, tack on another 5% for a total of 20% savings off his already insane low prices. So contact Harry's Contracting today, 609-638-6336, or email harryscontractingimprovements@gmail.com. Harry's Contracting, insane home improvements. You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, here on A2D Radio.
No Kemba? Kemba Walker? Now I'm just over here diving into my fantasy basketball.
I like Kemba. He's in my lineup tonight.
And when Kemba, just letting people know. So this is Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
A2DRadio.com, and we'll continue our conversation in this segment brought to you by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control, your local pest control provider, family-owned and operated business. Give Mark Romeo a call, 856-341-3927 on the web, romeospestcontrol.com. And we started off Doug Pederson, Ertz, Celek signing, and then our Twitter question was, what are you most interested in right now? Sixers draft, Flyers playoff push, spring training. You can vote on our Twitter page, and you can get the results, A2DRadio_com. And if you want to get in on the action on the phone lines, well, you can get in next week, 856-295-1178. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio is how you can find us.
Yeah, and we do have a number of votes on the Twitter question, so thank you very much for voting on that, and please keep going. Keep it going.
Keep going. So where were we at when we shot the break? And I said, save it for the other side, Michael.
We were talking about Cam Newton and him playing the entire season without his number one receiver and taking it from there. And you know what? Forget it, dude. We could delve into Cam more next week, but you
cock your
mentioned
cock your confidence. They did it earlier on, and I just wanted to wrap up our show.
I say both. Why not?
I say both too, and I made a point the other day. This Carolina Panthers team reminds me of a lot of that Cowboys team when it started off in the 90s, right? A lot of them kind of players where they're cocky and they got bravado and they're going to let you know, and
it's called swagger.
Let's see if they can live up to that, though. I mean, that's asking them to live up to one of the great teams, and I hate to say this, in the history of the league. I mean, that team they were road graders. I could run through Emmett's holes.
Yeah.
Still, to this day, I could run through Emmett's holes. So
I know we're up against it. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, the Flyers play the Red Wings in Philly on March 15th. I went to high school with Jeff Blashill, the head coach of the Red Wings. Can I get away with a Flyers jersey and a Red Wings hat?
No.
I will kill you.
I say violation.
No question.
Matty might not have a problem with it because he rocks the Red Wings jersey once in a while too, but that's the team he played on street hockey.
Now, what I will say is this. If you went to high school with the coach of the Red Wings and you're from Michigan and you have an allegiance to the guy and you want to go all Red Wings that day, I'm okay with that, but you can't cross streets.
No, you can't do anything. Listen, I hate the people who go to a sporting event real quick and they're wearing like a team's hat or a team shirt that's not even playing at that stadium. And I don't care. I'm a Phillies fan. If I'm going to see let's say, I don't know, Braves and Mets, I'm not wearing Philly stuff. I'm just going as a casual fan,
right,
to watch the game. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to watch an AL team or whatever. I'm going as a casual fan. I'm not going to wear a team's colors or whatever that's not even playing in that stadium. It doesn't even make sense.
Right.
That's another big time violation. But it's been another week. Thank Rob Ho for producing. Michael Mataraki. I'm Tom Arnone. This is Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
Right here, A2DRadio.com. And we thank Gibson Mayer LLC for sponsoring us every week for this show. And we'd like to thank Scanzano Sports Center for our Twitter poll. Located in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 856-889-3434. On the web, scanzanosports.com. We'll see you guys next Wednesday night. Same place. Maybe a different time. Later.